Good morning all. This is Kavipriya, Assistant Professor, EC Department. I am going to discuss about the topic center-state relation from the subject Indian Constitution. First, what is the center-state relation? Center-state relation constitute to the core of federalism in India and it plays a vital role in political sphere of India. The center-state relation can be of three types. First one is a legislative relations contained in the chapter 1 of part 11 of Constitution of India 1950, and second one is a administration relations, and third one is a financial relation. There can be a three types of relation between a center and state. First one is a legislative, second one is a administrative, and third one is a financial. So first one is a legislative relation. Article 245 to 55 of COE deal with the legislative relation between a center and the state. There are four aspects of legislative relationship between a center and the state. First one is a territorial extent of center and state legislation. Second one is a distribution of legislative subject. Third is a parliamentary legislation in the state field. And fourth one is a central control over a state legislation. First one is a territorial extent of center and state legislation. The ability to pass a legislation that covers all or portion of India's territory belongs to the parliament. Laws can be passed by the state legislature that is applicable to the entire state or only a portion of it. Unless there is a sufficient connection between a center and the state and the object, the state laws are not applicable outside the state. The only body with the power to pass a extraterritorial relation is the parliament. And next is a distribution of legislative subjects. Union list, state list and concurrent list are the three divisions established by COI. The parliament is the executive authority when it comes to the union list. In most cases, the state legislature alone has the power to pass a legislation pertaining to the things on the state list. The state and the central government can both pass law on the subjects mentioned in the concurrent list. Third one is a parliamentary legislation in the state field. When Rajya Sabha approves a resolution with support to two-thirds of members present in the voting, it will provide a parliament with the authority to enact legislation on the state list issue that is best for the nation. When a declaration of national emergency is in force, the parliament may pass a laws on any other matter covered by the state list. When president rule is imposed in the state, the parliament becomes empowered to make laws with respect to any matter in the state list. Next is center's control over state legislation. Specific laws established by state legislator may be set aside by the governor for presidential consideration. They are entirely under the president's power. Next is the administrative relation between a center and the state. So first one is the distribution of executive powers. The center's powers encompass the entire nation when it comes to matters over which it has an exclusive jurisdiction, as well as when it exercises any rights, jurisdiction or authority granted to it by treaty or agreement. The state subject listed in the state list fall under the state's purview. The state has an executive authority in matters involving in the concurrent list. The state executive branch must act in a way that ensures the law established by parliament are upheld. Next is the obligation of state and the center. The COA has passed two restriction on executive power of a state in order to give an ample scope to the center for exercising its supreme executive power in an unrestricted manner. So the matters where the center can direct the states are construction and maintenance of communication systems deemed to be a national or military, and next importance by the government. Action to be taken to guarantee state railways are safe. The provision of enough resources for students from linguistic minority groups to receive elementary school instruction in their home tongue. Next, the creation and execution of specific initiatives for ST welfare in various states. Integrated judicial system. Despite its dual polity, India has built an integrated judicial system. This unified judicial system is in charge of enforcing both center and the state law. And last is the financial relation. The first one is the allocating of taxing power. Taxation of subjects on union list is the sole responsibility of a parliament. The taxation of things included in the state may be done by the state legislator. The items on concurrent lists are subjected to taxation by the state and the union. The residuary power to tax belongs to the parliament. And the restriction placed by COE on taxation power of the state are: the state legislature can impose taxes on profession, trades, calling and employments. A state can impose taxes on a sale or purchase of goods, but this power of the state to be imposed sale tax is subjected to the following restriction. First one is no tax can be imposed on sale or purchase of the things taking place outside the state in course of import or export or in course of interstate trade and commerce. No tax can be imposed on sale or purchase. A tax is imposed on sale or purchase of goods declared by the parliament to be of special importance in interstate and commerce is subjected to. And next is restrictions and conditions specified by the parliament. The state cannot impose a tax on the sale of electricity. And next is distribution of a tax revenues. First one is Article 268. Taxes levied by center but they are collected and used by the state. Example, stamp duties. Next, Article 269. Taxes are levied and collected by the center but assigned to the state. Taxes on sales of purchase of goods. Article 270. Taxes are levied and collected by the center but distributed between a center and the state. This category includes all the taxes except those mentioned above, surcharges and cess, the taxes on the income. And distribution of non-tax revenues are major sources of distribution of non-tax revenues are post and telegrams, railway, banking, broadcasting, coinage and currencies, central public sector enterprise, estate and labs. And the receipts from the following from the source of non-tax revenues of a state are irrigation, forest, fisheries, state public sector enterprise and estate and labs. And next is grants and aid to the state are two types. One is statutory grants and second one is a discretionary grants. So that's all about the center-state relation, and we have seen three types of relation. First one is a legislative, second one is a administrative, and third one is a financial. Thank you.